On Capitol Hill, the former ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, is testifying before lawmakers. Her appearance defies a White House order not to cooperate with the impeachment investigation. It comes as federal prosecutors have charged two associates of President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman were arrested at Dulles Airport earlier this week as they waited to board one-way flights out of the country. Both foreign-born businessmen helped Giuliani dig up dirt on former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. They are charged with funneling foreign money to a super PAC that supports President Trump's re-election campaign, which is a violation of federal election law. Mr. Trump says he has no connection to them.
Prosecutors also accuse them of lobbying a Republican lawmaker to have Yovanovitch removed from her post. Giuliani was frustrated that she was blocking his efforts to investigate alleged corruption by the Bidens. Also, according to multiple reports, the U.S. ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, will comply with a subpoena from House Democrats and testify before lawmakers next week. Sondland was supposed to testify earlier this week, but was blocked from doing so by the Trump administration. Let's bring in Nancy Cordes. She's on Capitol Hill. So, Nancy, we weren't sure if she was going to be allowed to testify, quite frankly, but even if she was told not to, she did have the option of appearing anyway. Do we know whether or not she was told whether it's okay for her to testify, and just how significant is it that she is appearing?
So our understanding for days was that the State Department was not going to be allowing any current officials to participate in this impeachment inquiry. But then Gordon Sondland, who still works for the State Department, he is the U.S. ambassador to the European Union. His lawyer announced that he would be testifying next week, basically in this exact same area on Capitol Hill, behind closed doors, to the House Intelligence Committee and other committees. And so that may have paved the way for Yovanovitch to be able to come here to comply with her deposition today as well. But we know that this was a big mystery until the very last minute. Would she arrive or not? I was asking lawmakers as they headed down the stairs and into the secure area whether they expected her to show up, and they were saying, I don't know, we'll see in 7 minutes, we'll find out. That's how sort of suspenseful this was, right up until the moment a short time ago that she actually did arrive here on Capitol Hill and went into that secure area. Now, if past precedent is any guide, when Kurt Volker, the former U.S. Special Envoy to Ukraine, was here last week, his deposition lasted longer than 9 hours. So we now have time to get a snack and go to the bathroom, because it's going to be quite a while before we know anything about what she tells those congressional investigators.
And Nancy, just give us sort of a big picture view how she factors in to the House's impeachment inquiry. The president, when he was asked about her, said that he'd heard very bad things from a lot of different people, and it was never clear who those people were or what bad things he had actually heard.
Well, she is a very fascinating figure because she is a longtime Foreign Service officer, decades of experience, very well respected by her peers, and she was serving as the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, but was recalled to Washington 2 months early. And before that happened, we know that she had attracted the ire of the president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who claimed that she was blocking him from convincing the Ukrainians to investigate the Bidens. And he started going on television and spreading conspiracy theories about her, saying that she was working for George Soros and working for Hillary Clinton, none of which appears to have any validity. But nevertheless, she was yanked back to Washington. And it's clear that Rudy Giuliani conveyed his frustration with her to the president, because when the president had that now infamous phone call with the president of Ukraine back in July, he said that she was bad news. This is the president of the United States saying the former U.S. ambassador was bad news, and that she was going to go through some things. So what Democrats want to know first and foremost is, did she feel like she was retaliated against because she wouldn't sort of roll out the red carpet for the president's personal attorney to help him with his reelection? And then beyond that, what does she know about the various attempts to A, convince the Ukrainians to dig up dirt on one of the president's chief political rivals? And B, what does she know about the efforts to withhold military aid from Ukraine until those promises could be extracted?
Well, we know as soon as it's over, lawmakers will be out in the hallway talking. I know Nancy will be standing by. Nancy Cordes, thank you very much.
Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.